QuickStart. 10 tactics to profit acceleration. Upsell and cross-sell. Are you familiar with upselling and cross-selling? When you go to McDonald's and the person behind the counter asks if you would like your meal supersized, that's upselling. When that same person then asks if you'd like an apple pie to go with your supersized meal, that's cross-selling. Upselling means offering a higher grade or quality or size of the item that the customer may be interested in at the point when the customer is ready to buy. Cross-selling means offering other products or services which complement the item the customer is interested in at the point when the customer is ready to buy. Now, here's what most business owners don't realize. 34% of prospects will buy additional products or services at the time of their original purchase if they're asked to do so. Most businesses never ask them, and they lose out on this lucrative opportunity to dramatically increase their revenue. Let me show you a brilliant example of this. A restaurant that was experiencing reduced revenue analyzed their profit margins on every one of their offerings and determined their highest profit margin offerings were wine, appetizers, and desserts. They literally doubled their sales on all three of these by training the staff to offer them to every one of their patrons. For example, they instructed their staff to bring an appetizer and wine cart to each table before the patrons ordered and offer free individual samples. Then the staff repeated the same process at the end of each patron's meal by bringing the dessert cart around and giving a free sample of each dessert to everyone at the table as a way to entice patrons to order one of them. The taste and reciprocity instantly doubled their appetizer, wine, and dessert sales. But they didn't stop there. The restaurant dramatically increased its total order revenue by implementing an initial order upsell strategy with the waitstaff. They trained the staff to describe the more expensive entrees on the menu and give the patrons their personal recommendation. Most patrons have a tendency to go with the staff's recommendations, and this easily increased their total entree revenue by 15%. Good upselling and cross-selling works like that. It makes sense, it's natural, and everyone walks away a winner. The lesson that this example teaches us is you have to take the step and make the offer. The philosophy behind upselling and cross-selling is simple. Your present customers trust you enough to enter into a buying relationship with you. You've already gained their trust, and now you have the opportunity to present to them another level of products or services that you create to offer them that they can take advantage of. There are 3 questions you need to ask to make this work. What else do my clients want if they accept my initial offer? What can I offer them right now? And what can I find to offer them that my business doesn't have, but could find from another business? Remember that 34% of prospects will take advantage of your offer if they're asked to do so. But since we want to be extremely careful in our estimates, let's be ultra conservative and say you'll get just a 5% increase in revenues. 5% is believable and it's certainly achievable. In this example, we have a company with $1 million annual revenue, a 20% net profit margin, and a 50% gross profit margin. If you make an additional sale, you've already covered the rent, utilities, salaries, insurance, etc. Therefore, you can measure the increased sales by gross profit margin. You may have to pay commissions and hard costs, but you're left with a higher percentage. So if you implement your upsell and cross-sell strategies and bring in an additional 5%, you would increase your revenue by $50,000. And since your gross profit margin is 50%, you'd put $25,000 in your pocket. As you can see from our restaurant example, there's typically no cost involved when implementing an upsell or cross-sell strategy. This is an excellent way for any business to immediately increase both revenue and profits. Here's to your success.